Hi, this is Tangia's Calls because Tangia Calls matter. And I want to talk about the laws regarding when you can leave a kid by itself at the house. And in the state of Iowa, there is no age limit. It's to the discretion of the parents. Now, in Cedar Rapids, a woman left her 13-year-old child and her 10-year-old child in the house by themselves when she went out to the bar. Which I don't find nothing wrong with a 13. That's in the eighth grade. That's well in the age range to be babysitting your sibling. And the lady went to the bar where the police got called and they took her kids away. They said child neglect and child endangerment because the police have the right to determine whether or not it's child neglect. So it's that thin line between love and hate, And in Iowa, everything's against the law in Iowa. And if you don't know the laws and you don't speak up, that's how they always get you. Okay, they'll always get you and throw you underneath the table if you don't speak up and you don't know them laws. Me, myself, and I have been through that situation before. I used to stay back on 45th and Hubble some years ago. Those that's familiar with me, I used to leave my 10-year-old and my 4-year-old in the house for like 20 minutes while I walked 3 blocks to the store. We stayed on it was like a highway, 45 miles an hour, no sidewalk. So imagine that snow piling up on the sides and on the edge. You gotta either walk on deep hills or you gotta walk like, behind it or in the street. So they would just tell on me, and instead of DHS and case workers being like, the law says this, that, and another, and what have you done to help this out? Because people are telling it, so it wasn't like I was doing anything wrong or my kids was in the hallway by themselves or they were, doing something unruly. It was just people being nosy in my business watching me take this walk. So I've been thinking, how can I leave my 12-year-old son by himself for 4 hours twice a month with my daughter while I go to these meetings for my daughter's school because I really want to be involved because I have no life. And so I know in the state of Iowa, I don't know about your state, but those of y'all that don't have this could be a quick fix of some type of income or some type of source for some individuals who have the mental stability to be able to do it. Red Cross offers babysitting classes, and you get a certificate when you're done. The minimum age is 10 years old on up. I'm pretty sure it's probably the 10 to 18 or maybe 10 to 16, somewhere around there. And they teach your kids how to be responsible, how to respond in an emergency, and how to, get things done. Because I'm thinking, like, what is the police looking for? Anybody that leave your kid, like, by themselves. Like, my son knows. Do you have a contact number? I leave my phone. If I don't got a sucker phone, like he used to have his phone's broken. I leave my contact number. I leave the number where I'm going. He knows that if it's a problem to call me. He knows that if it's an emergency, if a fire breaks out, if somebody's trying to break in, to call 911. If it's something else, you need to call a Kimpo. Say like his grandma's knocking on the door. My mom is paranoid schizophrenic, so she's banging at the door. He might want to call his auntie. Grandma's out here. Mom didn't expect her to come, and auntie might make the call like let your grandma in. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So I'm like, there's questions that need to be answered. Like, how do they make choices like that? 13 years old, 10 years old. I mean, my daughter, 4 years old, if she was to wander outside by herself and nobody catch it and nobody bring her inside and my son don't catch it, I can understand them being like, that's child neglect. You know what I'm saying? But it just got me like on the edge about how to leave my kid in the house by their damn self. So that's where I'm on, like, what can I do and what can I not do. But on to the next, I want to talk about, I want y'all to know that when they let these immigrants come over here and they pass diseases around and they stink, do y'all know that there's laws that protect us for them to get deported? And one of the laws is that public safety, public health, um, and some other laws, they can't be felony or criminals. They can get deported if they violate any of our rights in our Constitution for them being allowed to be in this country. So I want y'all to know that you still have the upper hand, whether you believe it or not, even if they do become legal citizens. Because don't nobody want no disease motherfucker in their ear all the time about this, that, and another, and they don't even know how to control their own urges and their own self. Well, I'm out. I defile. Later.